Besides, leaders of AB Party, Ganashanghati Porishad, Ganashanghati Andolon and Nagorik Oikko also met with the chief advisor of the interim government, Dr. Mohammad Yunus. Various issues including the current situation of the country were discussed in the meeting. The leaders said that they will extend all kinds of cooperation to the interim government. The international community responded positively to assist the interim government to chart a new future for Bangladesh. Foreign Affairs Advisor Muhammad Tawhid Hussain made the comment while talking to journalists after briefing foreign diplomats at State Guest House Podda in Dhaka today. 64 diplomats including envoys of India, Russia, China, Malaysia and France were present at the briefing. The Foreign Affairs Advisor presented the context and goals of the interim government on its embankment. Addressing journalists, the Foreign Affairs Advisor said the diplomats opined to include youth to the development activities of the country.
আমরা বলেছি যে যে উদ্দেশ্যগুলো রেভলিউশনারি যে একটা পরিবর্তন এসেছে সেটা যারা এনেছে তাদের কিছু ডিমান্ড ছিল সেটা আমরা যে কোনো ধরনের কোনো ডিসক্রিমিনেশন নাই এরকম একটা ব্যবস্থা প্রতিষ্ঠা করা তারা চেয়েছে এবং এই সরকারের উদ্দেশ্য সেটা করার জন্যই এই সরকার কাজ করছে যারা এই পরিবর্তন এনেছে তাদের তো কিছু পয়েন্টস আছে তারা এতগুলি জীবন তারা যে দিয়েছে সেটা কি ওই আবার সেই পূর্বাবস্থায় ফিরে যাওয়ার জন্য অবশ্যই না কাজেই কিছু রিফর্মের প্রয়োজন হবে সেই রিফর্মের প্রয়োজনে ঠিক যেটুকু সময় থাকা দরকার আমরা সেটুকুই থাকবো বেশি থাকবো না কমও থাকবো এবং রিফর্মগুলি অন্তত পথে এনে দিয়ে যেতে হবে সব কিছু কেউ করে দিতে পারে না কিন্তু যেন তাদের মৌলিক যে চাহিদাগুলো আমাদের এই ইয়াং জেনারেশনে আছে সেটা যেন সেদিকে যেন যায় সেটুকু আমাদের ব্যবস্থা করে দিতে হবে এই সরকারের আলটিমেট লক্ষ্য হচ্ছে একটা নির্বাচন অনুষ্ঠান করে তার হাতে ক্ষমতা অর্পণ করা এটা এ নিয়ে কোনো সন্দেহের কোনো সুযোগ নেই
Activities at 628 police stations out of 639 across the country, including the capital, resumed in full swing. Most members of the police are back to work. Patrol activities will begin from tomorrow. Army and BGB personnel remain deployed at police stations to ensure security. People have started thronging police stations seeking services. Meanwhile, traffic police resumed duty in and outside Dhaka. Services at police stations across the country resumed as members of the police returned to work. People are happy as the police stations are getting momentum. Services at almost all police stations came to a halt after the movement that ousted Sheikh Hasina-led Awami League government. But the scenario started to change when the interim government assumed power. Law enforcers were directed to take instant measures to tackle attacks, looting and vandalism on the homes, establishments and temples of Hindu communities. Home Affairs Advisor Brigadier General retired M. Shakawat Hussain said this to the journalists after a view exchange meeting with the leaders of Bangladesh Jatiyo Hindu Mahajot at the Secretariat today. He said security will be provided to protect life and properties of the Hindu community.
নিবিড় নিরাপত্তা দিবে যাতে কোনো ধরনের কিছু না হয় আমরা এখনই ডাইরেক্টিভ পাঠিয়ে দেব ডিস্ট্রিক্টগুলোতে যে ডিসি সাহেবরা ওনারা দায়িত্ব নেবেন যেখানে যেখানে হবে যতটুকু নিরাপত্তা দেওয়া দরকার যদি পুলিশ কম হয় তাহলে অন্য কাউকে নিয়ে আসবেন আনসার নিয়ে আসলে ডিস্ট্রিক্টে আমাদের যেখানে রিজিওনাল হেডকোয়ার্টার আছে বিজিবির রিজিওনাল হেডকোয়ার্টার আছে ওনারা চাইলে ওনারা ডেফিনেটলি পাবেন আমি চাই না যে কোনো রকমের কোনো কি বলে থার্ড কলামিস্ট একটা কিছু করুক করে আমাদের বদনাম করুক দেশের বদনাম করুক সেটা ওনারাও চান না
President of the Bangladesh Jatiyo Hindu Mahajot Dr. Prabhas Chandra Roy and other leaders were present at the meeting. Earlier, Home Affairs Advisor Brigadier General retired M. Shakwat Hussain visited Ansar members injured during the anti-discrimination student movement at the Dhaka Combined Military Hospital. During the visit, he told the journalists that order has been given to surrender the looted weapons of the police and RAB within the next 7 days.
7 দিনের মধ্যে তারা নির্দিষ্ট থানায় জমা দেবেন। যদি জমা না দেন তাহলে দুইটা চার্জ লাগবে। একটা হচ্ছে অবৈধ ওয়েপন, আর একটা হচ্ছে সরকারি নিষিদ্ধ ওয়েপন আপনাদের হাতে। সেটার জন্য আন্তর্জাতিক আদালতে যাওয়া যেতে পারে।
Chief of Army Staff General Wakaruzzaman said the improvement in the law and order situation in the country is encouraging. If the situation improves further, all regular forces will conduct counter-terrorism operations. He said this while briefing reporters at Shohid Sheikh Abu Nasser Stadium in Khulna today. He said Bangladesh Army has been able to bring the situation under control in the country. Now the Army is helping to resume the activities of the police force, he added. Earlier, he gave directives to the Army personnel working in Khulna Division. Later, the Chief of Army Staff held a meeting with Khulna Divisional Administration, District Administration, DIG, KMP Commissioner and senior government officials. Newly appointed Chief Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed paid rich tribute to the martyrs of the Liberation War by placing wreaths at the National Mausoleum at Savar today. Judges of the High Court and the Appellate Division were present on the occasion. Later, Chief Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed signed the Visitors Book of the National Memorial. Former Cabinet Secretary Ali Imam Mojumdar has been appointed as Special Assistant to the Chief by Cabinet Division today says Ali Imam Mojumdar will be entitled to the status, salary allowances and other facilities of the advisor while holding the post of Special Assistant to the Chief Advisor. Bangladesh Railway resumed the operation of goods trains today after more than 3 weeks. On the other hand, the operation of mail, express, local and commuter trains will start services tomorrow, while intercity trains will start on Thursday. Tickets for intercity trains are already available online from 5 p.m. today. All necessary measures have been taken to ensure the security of all trains. RMG sectors are mostly back in production throughout the country, including Narayanganj and Gazipur. RMG workers have started to join their jobs after long days. As a result, the country's RMG sector has got its old face. The authorities shut the RMG factories on August 4th amid fierce violence across the country during the anti-discrimination student movement. Later on August 7th, almost all apparel factories, knit garments, some textile mills and accessory industries in the country resumed production after the fall of Sheikh Hasina. RMG concerns said the current interim government would take the textile sector to a new height by earning a lot of foreign reserves and facing all conspiracies. They hope the RMG sector will be the leading economic option during the interim government regime. A stable condition has returned to the market management due to regular market monitoring, the removal of the syndicate and at the end of extortion in the transport system. The prices of maximum daily essential commodities have decreased for normal transportation and goods supply. The cost of fish, meat and various vegetables declined over the last few days. However, the price of onion, garlic and rice will take a few more days to reduce. The market concern said the prices of daily essentials fell due to the market monitoring, the removal of the syndicate and the end of the extortion in the transportation system. They said the interim government should take immediate action for the continuation of this trend. Meanwhile, members of the anti-discrimination students movement are regularly monitoring the market. They're trying to keep the kitchen market stable by reducing all kinds of irregularities. Common people have expressed their satisfaction with the activities of the students. Advisor of the Ministry of Chattogram Hill Tracts Affairs Shupradip Chakma and Advisor of the Ministry of Primary and Mass Education Dr. Bidhan Ranjan Roy paid homage to the martyrs of the Liberation War by placing wreaths at the National Memorial at Savar today. They observed 1 minute silence in memory of the martyrs and signed the visitors' book of the memorial. The list will be collected through the deputy commissioners and compensation will be given to the victims of the Hindu community. Religious Affairs Advisor Dr. F.M. Khalid Hossain said this at a press briefing at the Secretariat today. The advisor said miscreants, those who carried out the attacks, will be severely punished. Primary and Mass Education Advisor Dr. Bidhan Ranjan Roy Poddar said that despite of increasing the literacy rate in the country, quality of education has not improved. He said this while talking to reporters at the Secretariat today. He said that now the main task is improving the quality of education. Moving on to international news. Israeli attacks killed at least 25 Palestinians across Gaza in the past 24 hours. Figures from Palestinian Central Bureau of Statistics show Israeli forces have killed 1.8% of the Gaza Strip's population since October 7. 75% of the victims are under 30. Tens of thousands of Palestinians have been forced to flee Khan Yunus and sleep on the sidewalks and streets elsewhere in the enclave without food or water. Meanwhile, Hezbollah fires a barrage of rockets into northern Israel, targeting several towns as tensions rise in the Middle East. Hamas calls on the United States, Qatar and Egypt to submit a plan to implement the ceasefire proposal put forward by U.S. President Joe Biden instead of holding more rounds of negotiations and discussing new proposals for Gaza. At least 39,897 people have been killed and 92,152 wounded in Israeli attacks in Gaza since October 7th. Meanwhile, Russian president will meet on Tuesday with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, who is visiting Russia, according to a state agency TASS reported. Abbas is in Russia on an official visit at the invitation of Putin, Palestinian Wafa news agency said. Besides, the U.S. has sent a guided missile submarine to the Middle East as tensions grow in the region. A new evacuation order has been issued in Russia's Belgorod region as its Kransaya Yaruga district fears an incursion by Ukrainian forces, according to Vyacheslav Gadkov, the regional governor. In the neighboring Russian region of Kursk, residents of the Belovsky district have been urged to live independently, with the head of the area, Nikolai Volobuyev, warning of a very tense situation. On the 6th day of the Ukrainian ground assault in the Russia's border regions, the Russian Ministry of Defense claims to have shot down 5 drones over Belgorod overnight, 11 over Kursk and 2 over Voronezh. Alexei Smirnov, the governor of Russia's Kursk region, says that Ukraine controls 28 settlements in the border province. Traffic police started performing duties on various roads in the capital today after about 1 week of work abstention due to insecurity after the fall of the Awami League government. Besides traffic police, students were seen managing traffic on the roads in the capital and other parts of the country. City dwellers say they want traffic police will continue the current discipline on the roads brought by the students after August 5. Students also expressed the same opinion. Meanwhile, advisor to Home Affairs Brigadier General retired M. Shakwat Hussain said students who are performing duty on roads, cleaning the garbage and drawing graffiti on the roadside walls will get the certificate from his ministry. Students, common people, activists and different political parties alongside law enforcers are working to ensure communal harmony and protect the minorities. In Norshing, students as well as common people and activists of political parties are passing sleepless nights to resist the attackers. Similar activities are going on in Tangal to tackle any untoward incidents following the fall of the Awami League-led government. In Jhalokati, people and students remain alert to check any type of violence across the minorities. Similar activities are underway in Nator to resist attacks and violence on the minorities. In Sirajganj, students and others are working to tackle communal attacks. Similar activities are going on in Bhola to save the minorities. In Dhamrai of Savar, students and common people as well as political activists are working to save the minorities. Moving on to some news on weather. Met Office in its weather forecast till 6 p.m. tomorrow said light to moderate rain or thunder showers accompanied by temporary gusty wind is likely to occur at most places over Khulna, Borishal, Chattogram and Sylhet divisions and at many places over Rangpur, Rajshahi, Dhaka and Mymensingh divisions. Besides, moderately heavy to heavy falls likely to occur at places over the country. Night and day temperature may fall slightly over the country, said the Met Office. Moving on to news on sports. The 2024 Paris Summer Olympics ended its sixth. Fans went ballistics for Phoenix. The Grammy Award-winning French band closing ceremony called Athlete Karaoke saw the world's best athletes belting out Queen's Theme, a dramatic interpretive dance honoring the power of diversity and solidarity. Olympic flag as part of the handover to the American city of Los Angeles before departing on a motorcycle. To represent the passing of the torch to the next Summer Olympics host city, Thomas Bach, the host of the International Olympic Committee, handed the Olympic flag to Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles. Then five-time Grammy Award winner known as Her sang the U.S. national anthem. World-famous Red Hot Chili Peppers, Billie Eilish, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre also performed on Venice Beach as part of a star-studded music set. Not only this, Belgian singer-songwriter Angel also performed in the program. The closing ceremony ended with an electrifying rendition of Frank Sinatra's My Way by the French singer Soult. Finally, the sky of Paris city is lit up with fireworks. Earlier, the opening ceremony was held on July 26 and was staged on the same in the French capital. The Los Angeles Olympics 2028 will take place from 14 July to 30 July. The USA finished their Paris Olympic mission on top of the final medal table with 20 were gold, 12 silver and 13 bronze. Australia placed in fourth position with 18 gold medals, 19 silvers and 16 bronze. Host Terry gold for the Pakistan in javelin throw and puts Pakistan in the 62nd position in the Paris 2024 Olympics medal tally. India, despite winning 6 medals, occupies the 71st spot since priority is given to gold medals in the ranking. Bangladesh national cricket team has left Dhaka to play a 2-match test series against Pakistan. The players of Bangladesh team left Dhaka this afternoon. The cricketers are scheduled to reach Lahore at 1:55 a.m. Bangladesh Standard Time. Mushfiqur Rahim and Mominul Haq are already in Pakistan with Bangladesh A team. Shakib Al Hassan will leave Dubai later. There is no direct flight between Bangladesh and Pakistan, so this team is also going to Lahore via Dubai. The Bangladesh team will first go to Lahore. They will take preparation from August 14th to 16th and will go to Islamabad on August 17th. The first test between Pakistan and Bangladesh will be played in Rawalpindi from August 21st. The second test of the series will start on August 30th in Karachi. Both tests are part of the ICC Test Championship. To end the bulletin's headlines once again. Chief Advisor Dr. Muhammad Yunus meets secretaries of ministries and departments under him, instructs to work with transparency and sensibilities by utilizing youth power. Foreign Affairs Advisor presents context and goals of interim government to international community. Diplomats respond positively to assist. (628) among 639 police stations resume operations across the country. Traffic police return to duties. Police and students working together to control traffic.